All right, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Rawchaa, Qadash. I'd like to give double honors to my apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. Salutations to all the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad, teaching His word in sincerity and truth. All right, I'm the brother Taz of War, back at it again. Hopefully here to edify the hopeful elect. And we're really, today's lesson, which I want to read in 2nd Esdras 15, all right, was sparked up in the spirit by the apostle of Rawchaa. All right, he's doing a beautiful lesson. He did a live stream, and he was breaking down a video, which is what's going on in Venezuela, man. And like he said, at one moment of the video, Jake, the kid, he gotta go out and rob and steal and kill just to get food, man. It's like the end of the world over there in Venezuela in a certain part, man. And they went from living okay, now they living in poverty. Now they don't have enough, so that they got to resort to robbing and stealing, man, and killing. And there was one part in there the apostle was saying, like, it make you want to cry. And they do. You see the brother face, knowing that he don't want to do such a things like that, but he have to do those things to survive, man. He have to do those things to survive. So, I wanted to cap on that, and just push that vibration of the famine of the word, the famine of lack of food and water. All right, the calamity and the troubles that's coming here to Babylon the Great, which is known as America, man. That's why it's important that we keep our eyes on Venezuela. We keep our eyes on Venezuela because Venezuela is like it's a prelude to what's going to actually happen here in America, man. This place, America, is a cash cow to many nations. That's why the scriptures say that whore. That's set up on a scarlet beast, man. All right, and this place is gonna get out too. So, what man of person are we to be? Being that we know this truth. We know the prophecies of the Lord. Is that we be in all holy conversation and godliness, man. Praying, man, hard that Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi has mercy on us, man. And I wrote up on the comment on the comment board, like, the water, apostle, because that just brought more realization, visual, and that's the Lord. The Lord is truly showing us, man, and He's truly preparing us as well. He's truly preparing us, truly preparing us, man. I mean, what more do you want? If you haven't believed, you should be believing now, man. And those that already believe, keep continuing to believe in Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi, but also trust in the Lord and trust in His word, which is written in paper. And the title of this video will be The Prophecies Are Written. All right, the prophecies are written. So I'm gonna read a few verses. Brothers, we know these scriptures. This word is constant, repetitive, repeated, back and back. But it's the word of the Lord, man. It's the song, it's the music in which we all need, because we always constantly have to be reminded of the time that we're living in, man. And we're living in some times which is beautiful times for the men of the Lord. All right, but it's also a time of we're gonna need great faith, man. It's also a crucial time as well. A serious and a dangerous time, because the way that the Lord is going to deliver the Israelites, in particular the elect, we're going to have to go through that fire, man. You're going to have faith. Going to have to trust in the Lord. And this is Yahawah's Mashapat. I wish I could turn the camera around. Maybe I can. Let's see. Got a car accident. Can't really get it. I got the phone on the tripod, whatever, but it was a Yahawah's Mashapat, big ass accident, man. They out here, look out here, they fussing and shit, man. But hey, man, that's small compared to what's actually coming. A lot of these jokers still talking about the Nipsey Hussle trying to figure that out. That's small compared to what's actually. All right. We don't understand. This is why in the beginning of this shit, you know, these devils were what? They were planning on taking away your funds, man. And I'm talking to you, you Jakes, man. I'm talking to you so-called blacks, all right? Haitians, West Indians, so-called Hispanics and Native Seminole Indians, man. You're the ones they call minority, man. You're the ones on the government benefits. The scriptures say the venture shall fail, you know? So what manner of person are ye to be? So this is 2nd Esdras chapter 15:1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. So that's what the Lord set up the prophets for, to be the Lord's mouthpiece. You know, you guys want to wondering, you know, how do the Lord speak and when can I hear the Lord? Well, you hear the Lord through the Lord's prophets, through the Lord's mouthpiece. Okay? And he said, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people. And notice it said, my people, man. Okay? My people. Because the Lord has a particular people that's to himself. These other nations, you Edomite, won't make it. All right? Being on the righteous side when it comes to the kingdom. Okay? Hamites, which are Africans, you won't make it. Being on the righteous when it comes to the Chinese. All right? Japanese, the same. All right, and if any one of us that do make it, and they may look like those other nations, that's because spiritually they are the Israelites that the Lord have made confusion of face, man. All right, so I'm gonna stress this too, in case you know you tuning in. We're not talking. We don't worry about color, man. It's not about the complexion of your skin, okay? But color is an indicator. But it's not about the complexion of your skin, man. Because we understand that our people were scattered throughout the 4 corners of this earth, man. Straight up. Verse 2. And our people were scattered amongst all the nations. So it says, and caused them to be written in paper. Salakia. Behold, I will speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. So the Lord is putting this in our mouth. And caused them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. You see? So if anyone is faithful, that's Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi and his word, man. All right? You want to have trust in someone, trust in Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi, man. All right? When have the righteous been forsaken, man? Okay? It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, man. All right, so we understand that people was going to speak against us. The Lord forewarned us before we even stepped out. Okay, because before we stepped out, we had to study. We had to be of approved. We had to be approved men, you know, to handle the word of the Most High, man. So the Lord forewarned us and tells us that what? He said, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. And people trouble us, man. You know, we out in camp, niggas with their faces turned up like a rock. You know, we turn our face as a rock, as the scriptures say. You know, right back at them. All right, and we continue to keep pushing and telling our people their transgressions against the Most High. So it says, and they will speak against thee. That's happening all over the unicorn, man. Anytime mainstream media want to cover the Hebrew Israelites, they call us the black Hebrew Israelites, man. You got people, our people, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Issachar. You know, they make these videos, the Hispanics. You know, they make these videos against us. You know, because they can't wait until mainstream media demonize us, man. Even though they know we out there speaking the truth, man. But a lot of people are butthurt. A lot of people are caught up in their own selfish way, and they don't want to hear the word of the Lord. So whenever they can get they can have a multitude against us, oh, they're going to join the multitude, when clearly the scriptures say, follow not the multitude to do evil. You know, what's the other scripture? I forgot how it go entirely, but condemn not the just. I forgot how it go. You know, I forgot, Salakia, but verse 4, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. That's right, man. So if you don't got faith in these days, which is in 2019, all right, you don't have faith in Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness, man. All right? You're going to die in your unfaithfulness, man. And there's no cloak, as Yahawashi said. There's no cloak for your sins, because the Lord's prophets are out teaching his word. The Lord's prophets are out constantly, bedtimes, man. You know, pushing, you know, doing epistles, man. There's no reason why you don't, it's no reason for you not to have faith. It's because you don't consider, man. So that's your choice, all right? It said, verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, bring plagues upon the world, the sword, the famine, death, and destruction, man. And what's going on in Venezuela, man, is a plague, man. All right, of a lack of food and water, man. All right, and what's happening over there? The sword, people are getting killed. You know, I wouldn't call it a senseless murder. It was more so a desperate murder for the lack of food and water. That's a big difference. Jake over here in America are killing each other senseless. But then out there in Venezuela, they're killing each other from because of they are deprived of food and water. Not saying that it's just, but they have a reason, you know, to go out there. Just like back in the early 90s, man, the late 80s, you know, when that crack hit, Jake was in poverty. Jake was in these hoods, man. You know, like I remember, I think out there in Oakland, California, I remember watching the documentary of Tupac. He was talking about that, you know, the he was real. You know, it was real. That, yeah, you had no choice but to dig and learn from the you know, they was fathers back then. The street, you know, had more than that. With, you know, and let a nigga, a young daughter to just in the street. He had reason, man. All right, you know. You respect the OGs before you. Nowadays, it's not nothing like that. It's just nothing, man. You know, back then, I'm not saying that it was a right thing for them to do these things, but they had a reason, not just a senseless reason, man. You know, to go out and sell drugs and steal and things like that, because it was in poverty, man. It was in the projects, man. You know, eating cereal with water, man. Roaches all in your cereal, and have to pick out the roaches just to eat the cereal. Jake really grew up out of that, man. But nowadays, in 2019, you got these kids with a mother and a father in the house in a decent neighborhood. But instead, they want to come outside and look like the biggest gang member, wearing all red, all blue. He throwing signs up. For what? You're not in poverty, all right? And like the dude Daylight, that rapper, battle rapper, he made some good points, man. He said the rest of you gang members that's outside of LA, that's around the world, he said you ain't nothing but cancer to our people, all right? Because y'all not living doing it the right way, I guess, far as that gang culture in LA. It's not the same when you go to these different places like Ohio and all these other places. Y'all are banging against each other in the wrong way. You don't have the set rules, even though all that shit is wicked, but it made perfect sense. He said, look, man, all of you gang members outside of LA ain't nothing but a cancer to our people. All right? And that's the facts. It's truth, man. All that gang culture is a cancer, man. And it's gonna lead to your downfall, man. You know, the lack of understanding. It's like the lack of knowledge. All right? Bear with me, Salakia. Make a quick move, bro. Right, Salakia had to get out this time. You know, right back into the spirit, man. You know, I left off at, which is 2nd Esdras 15, and the fifth verse. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." All right, because why? You know, our people, 2/3 of our people, you know, don't consider the Lord. You know, going back into the wilderness with Moses and Aaron, you know, you sought the ways of Egypt, even after the Lord showed you all his power. Well, showed you some power. He showed you the chariots. He had the chariots to sup with us, man. Basically, you know, well, pitch tent with us, Salakia. Pitch tent with us. All right. He showed us miracles. He brought manna from out the heavens, man, when we were starving. All right. He did all types of miracles. He defended us from the other nations, man. And he was with us. But instead, our people still wanted to go back to Egypt because you are wicked, man. All right. Even though you are the righteous seed, man. And this is why in this time, the Lord still has a controversy with Israel, man. And why he's going to bring a great tribulation upon our people, man. You know, and it's happening out there in Venezuela, man. You know, to the point where it's like you want to tear up, man. You know, but then again, that's the Lord's judgment, man. That's the Lord's judgment, man. You know, so he said the sword, famine, which is happening out there, and it's going to happen here. It says death. It's a lot of death going on, man. I'm pretty sure out there somebody get killed, and you know, they probably don't even get a burial, man. You know, family probably have to just come to grips. You know, after the days their family member don't come back, they just figure that the person died when they went out to get food. Man, that's hard, man. That's hard, man. You know, that's the time we're coming in, man. And you people take us as a joke. You know, you say we fear, what's they call it, fear porn or some shit, fear mongering. You know, like we're just making videos to spook you out. You know, nah, man, we're telling the truth. We're giving you that reality, man. The future of this place, America, man. So it says death and destruction. You know, and ultimately that destruction is going to be thermonuclear fire, man, by the ways of World War III. Now, it says, verse 4, "For all the unfaithful shall die in the unfaithfulness," Salakia, verse 6, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." All right? "Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness." You see? Because the Lord is long-suffering, man. The Lord was long-suffering, man. All right? He said he will hold his tongue no more as touching their wickedness, man. Meaning those angels going to come out and they're going to get with you, man. Those angels, if you're doing evil, those evil angels are set and they're assigned to you to you know, to bring you back, bring your flesh to the dirt, man, and your spirit up to the heavens, man. All right? Shit. It says, "I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually," man. So the Lord knows that, you know, our people, you know, 2/3 of our people, they exercise themselves in wickedness, man. You know, you exercise yourself to where you become master, you be in being wicked, man. You know, what the scriptures say, our people are wise to do evil, no, but to do good, they hold knowledge, man. You know, exercise. The Lord could be stricken you, man, so that you don't participate in that shit, but then you bust your ass, you know, at the job just to get some money up so you can buy your children some Christmas gifts. You take off of work just to take your kids to a church, man. You know, you're not supposed to be worshiping these days, man. You know, Halloween, you dress your children up, you know, in these costumes, man, in these demonic costumes to look like demons to go trick-or-treat, man. You know, to go to these different people's houses and to get candy, which candy is not even good for you, man. It destroys your teeth, all right? It's bad sugar, you know, and it'll destroy you, man. You know, it's chemicals in the damn candy and shit, all right? I keep going on, man. When it comes to you know, eating foods, man, what happened? Jake go to the crab shack. You know, look at them guys all on the Instagram shit. You know, they go to they take pictures because they got a dozen of crabs, and they got they what's that? They bay, what that shit called? The salt, the red salt, the bay on the side. They got them a corrupt abomination, man. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore, saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me. Oh, Salakia, I made a mistake. I didn't break this down. It says, and the souls of the unjust, the souls of the just complain continually. So, you know, when a brother, you know, go back into to the Father, and he died in righteousness, you know, his soul is complaining, man, to the Lord, man. All right, the souls of the just complain continually, even as we on the earth. You know, let me say that, yo, because why? The Lord said, the sighing and crying. You know, we sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done in the midst of us, man. We're the ones that's crying out like Lot, man. Okay, for all the abominations, man. Who the Lord said, who shall stand up for me against the evildoers, man? You know, you try to ask one of these niggas who gonna stand up for the Lord, they'll tell you, I ain't got time right now, man. Oh, I'm not about to be a martyr. You know, I'm not about to be a sacrifice. All right, you know, because niggas is all about themselves, man. So the Lord said, who shall stand up for me against the evildoers? All right, who gonna give their body as a living sacrifice? Who gonna constantly, consistently serve the Lord and be and teach, man? You know, and warn the people for the Lord, man. So it says, the just complain continually. Verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them, man. You hear that, man? From among them, man. All right. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, man. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, Egypt shall mourn, for their seed shall fell through the blasting in hell, and with a fearful constellation. Salakia, this is verse 10. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Right? Verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. So, you know, when you thought that he was talking about old Egypt, in which we was delivered out of, he's not talking about old Egypt. He's talking about the new Egypt, the new bondage that we're in. All right, the land that is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which is America, man, Babylon. All right, he said, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues. All right, as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fell through the blasting in hell, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, man. So that's letting us know that there will be a race war, man. There will be calamity. It's like there will be sedition among men. Okay? One people is going to fight against another people, man. Why? Because You know, soon they're gonna cut the internet, man. You know, the elder Monarch shall stand invading one another. Law. The people, the masses of the people. You know, the military is gonna have to declare World War III. Guess what? This America bomb shot upon, and this is what news cover it when they cover it. This is why you have alternative news, but you get to watch other countries and other people, you know, these other nations run about their own city, man, crying, weeping, children dying, women dying, men getting blown up, and we just seeing it and be like, damn, America kicking ass, you know. But guess what? You're gonna be in that predicament. We're gonna be in that situation, man. When you're gonna flee, you're gonna run, man. This is why you have ex-military men joining together and going to you know, preparing themselves for to fight against the military, man. The actual military, you know. I forgot what you call them guys, militias. You know, they grouped up. You know, they got their Constitution book. You know, and they're fighting for America, fighting for the freedom of being the American, which is being an Edomite, man. And it's privilege, all right? Because this place wasn't never for us. We was brought here in slavery, man. You know, and that's what I said in the last lesson. You got to remember that, look, we're in slavery, man. This is not our rest. Straight up, man. So, scriptures say, bear with me, let me, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and not be able. It's like, yeah. So like it for me being all over the place. You know, I'm all over the place, but you know, I was in the spirit when I left the house. Watched Elder Rumlaw's video. Just cap on this. The spirit was driving me. This is 2nd Esdras 15. And verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And they show movies on this, man. You have the movie with Justin Timberlake, End Time, when he was you couldn't go. They had these big old barriers where they will come down, you know, to let you through, but they'll go back up, you know, or they'll open and close, you know, to basically stop you. And if, you know, even if you was in a vehicle, you damn sure wasn't getting through there. You had a better chance on land trying to get through the districts, man. You know, but they're gonna do that, man. All right, that's what the words say. The scripture. Remember, in the beginning of this chapter, it says that it's faithful and true. All right. Verse 18, it says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be in trouble." All right. Why your city gonna be troubled? Because of your pride, man. Jake got a lot of pride, man. Got a lot of pride, man. All right. Nobody can tell you nothing when it comes to being your own people, man. You know how, you know, like they like to say, saying, Jake grabs in the barrel. You know, when you let another nation tell you something, oh, yeah, you take more mind to it. But when your own, you know, someone could be young or your age, it's all yeah. And you can't do it, you don't believe, you know? And that's the problem with Jake. Back to what those is, man. Father placed upon us, man. You know? Slide through this corner. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. It says, and swords in their hand. Wait. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions will stand in their power, man. So it's going to be some war, man. All right. It says a man, and that's also telling you how the people in the land is going to be rebellious against the government, man. All right. They were saying, I was watching some kid, he put a video together, and he was saying, watch out for I guess this new marathon that's supposed to happen in London. And it was like it could be a false flag attack. any type of false flag attack, can resort to this place, changing, which is, I'm talking about Babylon, America. At a blink of an eye, man, anything can happen here where it's going to change your life. And this is why we have to be prepared in the spirit, believing in the Lord, because at any given time, it's going to happen. Remember, Yahawashi said he comes like as a thief in the night. He said in 1 Thessalonians, he said, ye brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. All right, so while we preaching Yahawashi, we're ready. I mean, well, let's say this, and the Lord will have us ready, but we're preaching Yahawashi. So Lord's willing, Yahawashi will be with us, man. But guess what? Those that don't know Yahawashi, that don't know the Lord, all right, which is of the Israelites I'm talking about, you're gonna be in a world of hell. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So if you're going to have men being afraid, guess what, man? You're going to have men being afraid. How much more you women? All right? Women, these women, the scriptures say women shall surpass a man. So you have a lot of women that's tough. A lot of them, they in their mind, they believe that they're a man, until manly things come upon them, and now you want to acknowledge that you're a woman, But if a man is going to be afraid, how much more these women, man? All right? Shit. It says, verse 19, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. And that's why they're giving us those shows. You're seeing The Walking Dead, having to strap and scavenge, certain things, and grouping up, trying to build colonies and communities. Guess what? The Lord is all that up, man. All right? A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. So it's going to be robbing and stealing and looting, man. It says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. And what's your modern day sword? That's the gun, man. Man, it's not hard to get a gun. If you're in the streets. And Jake in the hood, they can't wait for this shit, man. I remember one year here in North New Jersey, I think it was the police were going on strike. All right, they was going on strike because they weren't getting paid enough, and there was a lot of shit happening. And when they went on strike, these niggas in the street, they turned up just because. They turned up just because they knew the police wasn't gonna be out there patrolling the way they patrolled. So it was more crime, man. A whole lot more crime that year. This was like 4 years ago, man. 3 years ago. And I remember that summer, and all these niggas was going crazy, stolen cars left and right. I believe that's the same time where they basically took a New Jersey transit bus and hijacked it, man. They had people on that bus, and one guy had the gun, and he telling the bus driver to keep driving. Just doing all type of senseless, stupid shit, man. So imagine in the time that we're approaching, man. When no law enforcement, you're not gonna be able to call 911, man. If the military ain't there to regulate, and it's nothing but you and them, you're gonna have to muscle, man. You're gonna have to be a muscle, And this is for those, all right, 2/3. This is what you gonna go through, man. We of the hopeful elect, we pray that the Lord guide our steps, man. Give us spiritual powers. Have the angels set a charge over us, man, and be with us. That's the big difference. We have faith. All right, the scriptures where the Lord do talk about how He's gonna preserve the elect, man. All right, He's gonna preserve the elect. We also know that yes, some of us will be cast into prison. That's the other part of the other side of the coin. Us serving the Lord, of course, we can be cast into prison. The scriptures say, "Be faithful unto death." So yeah, even men of the Lord can be put to death, and it's truth, man. But guess what? Do that stop our faith and hope in the Lord? No. All right? We know that we have faith in the Lord because we know the Lord is going to come through, man. You know, he said these things were going to happen, and guess what? It's going to come to pass. All right? No evil book, man. Okay? This is not his book. This is our book. Verse, it says, shall have neighbor, but their house and spoil it because the lack of bread and for a great tribulation. And that's happening out there in Venezuela, man. The Apostle Rawchaa was bringing it out, showing us visual. You know, I haven't seen that video, man. I don't know if it was a documentary or what, but it make you want to tear up, man. But it was giving us the realization of hard times like that, man. You know, so I say it again, Venezuela is a prelude for the existence of America, man. You know, and that lifestyle. All right, surviving. You know, having to kill for your food, man. You know, people gonna be doing that, man. You killing Jake right now, killing each other senselessly. You know, with no cause, for no reason. You just get a gun, get in a car, put a rag around your face, and then you just shoot innocent people or shoot bystanders. How much more in that day, man? You know, that's why a lot of you niggas, you gonna get put to death, man. That's straight up, man. You're gonna get put to death, man. It says, verse 20, behold, saith the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen. So will I do also a recompense in their bosom, thus saith the Lord Yahawah. All right. So, you know, you other nations, you're going to repay for what you've done, because the thing is, what you've done to the Israelites, you did that to the Most High, man. And this is what, which is, you're going to understand your judgment. You know, when the Lord bring upon you, you know, you furthered our affliction and in hopes of that we'll never be a people again. You not only offended us by doing these things, but you offended Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi, because we belong. Yahawashi come break the chains up off of us and relieve us from you, man. You know, so hey, man, us being delivered is going to be the downfall of these other nations. All right. You know how they said, what they say, the saying, poor man's hell is a rich man's heaven. Rich man's, I don't know how to say that shit, I forgot. But you get the drift, man. All right. So, you know, I hope you brothers was edified. You know, I do these shows to hopefully edify those of the hopeful elect. You know, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I want to give all praises to Yahawah, BaHaSham Yahawashi, BaHaSham Qadash. I'd like to give double honors to my apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. Salutations to all the Lord's hopeful elect scattered abroad, teaching